we're here and
Yeah,
everything's good.
amazing. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So are you in Montreal?
Yeah, I live in Montreal since 2018. So yeah,
Okay.
I go sometimes to France or Dominican.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, it's great to meet you. I'm in the middle of America. I'm in Kansas City, Missouri.
Okay, amazing. Wow.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, I never been.
yeah. Landed Charlie Parker. So I'm looking forward to getting into this debut album of yours. So I appreciate it again. And I want to begin our conversation with, going through this global pandemic that with 4.5 years ago did so many things to all of us, especially musicians. How did this time period affect this album or the way that you do things now?
I would say it brought me into more introspection in a way that I felt like in a good way. Like it gave me more time to spend on the piano by myself. Like in 2020, I finished my Bachelor of Music in 2021, and then I finished I finished my diploma, and the school was like empty. So it was very like strange, like I did my recital and like it was just the three of us, like the trio playing for like a video, like so all the experience was in a way very strange, but in a way also good for the introspection and the more like solitude. I'm lucky. I have a girlfriend and like we spend a lot of time together, so I'm not like alone. And but it brought this possibility like to introspect more. Like, I feel
Yeah.
like that
Yeah.
was interesting. That.
So
Mm.
talk to me a little bit about this debut album. It has to feel good. It's the initial shout out into the world. Talk to me about how you put this album together.
Basically, I finished in 21 my diploma, and then I was uh I was kind of like, okay, what I want to do and who I want to be as a musician, right? And what I want to express, like because I studied classical and then I studied jazz, and I was really like, okay, who I am, like what defines me, like as a musician, what style I want to be in a way, like what's my identity, what's my musical like perspective, and then I took a few years and I was like just going to the piano every morning, practicing like some classical stuff, some jazz, like all my background. And then like little by little I just discover like more myself and what I wanted really personally. And then yeah, just began like composing a few pieces, and then like months after months I had some new ideas and I did some residencies, and like it became more like clear, like the way, like the world like became more like clear, like
Yeah.
you know what
Yeah.
I mean, like
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I dig it. So I'm curious, what are you hoping the listener gets from this album? It's a big deal. It's your first album, putting it out there. What are you hoping?
I mean, this is just music in a way. It's very simple. It sounds, but I'm hoping like that listener like enjoy it, and like it makes people thinks more, and like gives them more like perspectives. I mean, that's my hope, like as a composer, like that the music brings them like introspection in a way. Like for me it did, like it brought me that introspection, and I hope it gave people like this a moment for them, like a moment to be like with themselves and be happy and be like quiet. That's the idea. But music, I feel like for me, that's the way I conceive it.
Yeah.
It's a way, it's a way to be with yourself in a way. Like
Yeah. So is your name from Thelonious? Were you named after Thelonious Monk?
yes, yes,
Okay.
yes, yes.
My son, his name is Miles, and I named him after Miles Davis.
Oh,
So yeah,
amazing!
yeah.
Wow,
I, I'm
amazing!
in I'm in the same boat. So your
Wow.
parents were artists. Talk to me a little bit about your childhood and how music became a part of your world and even jazz now. How did that happen?
Like day by day. I mean, I studied classical at the conservatoire in France, and I was more like into like Schumann, like Chopin at the beginning. And then I mean, at home we always listen like Thelonious Monk, like also like Weber and like Alpenberg, like very like different stuff, like Rolling Stones. I mean, anything like the Beatles a lot, Pink Floyd, like very like Dominican music too. My dad is from Dominican Republic, so yeah, we always like had like a huge music collection and like books too, like theater, like movies. I mean, it's very like disciplines wise, like because my parents were visual artists, so I was always open to the visual arts. Like at home is like sculptures and painting, or like everywhere in the walls. So like for me, like music is just it's part of everything in a way, like around me, like you know what I
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. So,
mean?
who were early musical influences specifically from the jazz world? Who did you look up to? Who were those voices?
I mean, I met Chick Corea like at Jazz in Marche, and that was, I mean, him. I saw him playing piano solo in 20 maybe 17 something, and yeah, he killed me. Like he just he played like Chopin, and then he was playing Stevie Wonder, and then he moved to Jobim, and I was like, oh, this guy is like it's universal, and
Yeah.
this is what jazz is for me. Like it's anything. It's like it can be anything in a way. And yeah, I would say Chick Corea, like I mean Bill Evans, of course. Like I did like a lot of transcription of Bill Evans solos when I was tuning in jazz. I mean, just the touch, his touch, the harmonies, just the way like he perceives music, his conceptions. And then like Jobim for me is a jazz guy in a way, like Antonio Carl Jobim. Uh, but like so many people, like even Miles Davis. I mean, Miles Davis is just huge inspiration, like for the everything, like
Yeah.
musical conceptions. Yeah.
So,
Mhm.
was your dream always to move to America and play here? How did that happen? How did you come to America?
Basically, my girlfriend was living here, and I met her in France, and then yeah, just decided to move, and I was accepted to McGill University, and then yeah, just I mean, I kind of moved to study at McGill in a way, like officially. That was the first idea, isn't? I mean, let's see what's happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what was the first live jazz show you saw when you came to America that blew you away?
Oh, I uh, try to remember, like yeah, like the Village Vanguard.
Okay.
Yeah, I saw Kenny Barron. Yeah, Kenny Barron. I mean, Kenny Barron is. Oh, I forgot to talk about it, but this guy, I met him in France too, Jazz in Marseille.
Yeah.
Saw him there, and like I was like, oof, just the way he played, with Stan Getz, this album, like Ballad, and I don't remember the name. He plays this like bossa grooves. It's just amazing. It's just
Yeah. Yeah. I actually just interviewed him about 3 weeks ago, and he's amazing, man. Amazing
oh yeah,
guy.
in New York City.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. It's great.
Yeah. He's wonderful. So let me ask you this. What do you like the best about being a professional musician? What wakes you up every day? What do you look forward to?
Uh, it's hard to say because I feel the job as a professional musician is now it's hard. Like it's very you need to find like opportunities in different things. Like I feel like in it's a streaming. It's very hard to make money. So like I think you need to do concert and like find ideas and do music for movies maybe. But I'm really happy right now to do what I love. I mean, for the moment, I feel it's a privilege, and I don't know like what's going to happen. But yeah, I mean, it's hard. Like but it's at the same time, it's such a luck. Like to do piano every day, I feel so lucky to do that. I mean, it's just insane. Like when you think about it, like making money doing piano, like I just like
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, it's amazing. Like,
I dig it. So let me ask you this. Um, why do you love jazz? You came from a classical background, you found jazz later on, but what is it that you love about this music?
just the way the concept, like how they use music. So it's very open in a way. you can use any theme or melody, and like you go on the piano and you just play it as you feel like. And it's very particular to jazz because like it's not about composition, it's about like in the live you are able to perform a song and like do it in a new way, like you know what I mean, like doing with like a new like intro, like a new like I don't know, like a new improvisation on it, like it's just a concept. It's not about like it's just the way you play it. It's not like the notes. It's just how you perceive the music. It's very open, and you have the ability to always be open, to always be listening to what you're playing. And for me, it's that's I mean, jazz for me, it's the live. What defines its live aspect, right? In
Yeah.
a way.
Yeah, it certainly is. So everyone out there has this idea of who they think you are, your family, your friends, your fans, but you're the one in control. What's your perception of you? Who do you think you are?
Yeah, it's a hard question. Like, you know, I'm just a human. I mean, human, like trying to be on this planet, trying to make sense. And I feel like making music makes sense for me, like as a human, like it makes sense as I enjoy life. It makes sense every day to do sounds and be around people that make music and like share this idea. Like, but yeah, I mean, it's hard to define me because you change every day. I feel like
Yeah.
I've been changing a lot since I was a teenager. Like, it's just insane. Like, you just change all the time. Like, and the
Yeah.
music too.
Yeah.
So, you know, even the album I did just right now, I feel it's me, but it's me in the past in a way. Like, it's not me anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
Excuse me. That's
no,
why that's why it's weird whenever we get to a point where you're talking to journalists,
yeah,
you've already moved past it. You're already on to the next thing, and we're
exactly. It's strange. It's very strange. They talk about this and like, but it's been like a year, like since
yeah.
I'm recording, you know?
Uh-huh. Yeah, for sure. So let me ask you this. What are you doing for promoting? Or what are you doing for live shows? If anybody wants to catch you live, how can they do it?
I just play a gig, an album launch on Monday
Okay.
at Montreal, but then I'm going to Dominican Republic to play a gig, two gigs out there. And then for the moment, there are like gigs coming in April, in the
Okay.
spring, and September in Montreal for the
Okay.
moment. So I'm
S-
hoping like to see if it's open more like doors, but we'll see.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
once the weather gets warm, it opens up a little bit more.
yeah,
Yeah. So
yeah.
what's the scene like in the Dominican Republic?
The musical scene, you mean? Like, yeah.
Yeah, the jazz scene. Yeah.
I think it's pretty interesting. It's a tiny country. It's only 10 million people,
Yeah.
but no, it's interesting. I mean, I don't go there like very often, so I'm not very aware of everything. But you know, like Michel Camilo, I don't know if you heard about that.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
He's from Dominican. Juan Luis Guerra, people like amazing musicians, like who made like who are like very famous right now. Like, yeah, the scene. I mean, the scene. The problem is like the cultural is not very helped by the government. The government. So unfortunately, like it's hard to be a musician out there.
Yeah.
But no, it's interesting. You know, the merengue, like bachata. It's like styles, interesting styles. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
So if anyone wants to pick up the new album, is the best place to go to Bandcamp?
yeah. Bandcamp. The music, the money goes directly to me with few like interest, but no, it's the best is Bandcamp, and yeah. I mean, you know, like streaming is doesn't makes money, so
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
I will put links to Bandcamp.
amazing.
So, man, this has been great. Thank you so much for reaching out to the
Thanks
program.
so
It's
much.
great to meet you. I appreciate
Yeah,
it.
thanks so much. Huh? Okay.
Yeah. And then